Hello and welcome back to another Dune Awakening video, or rather not welcome back. Welcome to the beta weekend for Dune Awakening. And we don't have an NDA. I mean, you've probably seen a lot of Dune Awakening video. For me, I got my invitation a little bit late, which is today, Saturday. I've spent oh boy, I spent quite a lot of hours to get to a point where I think it's showable. But more importantly, it doesn't show me anything about... You know what, let's load straight away. Because it doesn't really show me how long or how much hours have I put into the game. Not a big deal, okay? I would say 6 hours, because I look at my Steam, what do you call this, the playtime. But it is not really 6 hours, probably close to 4.5 tops. Because I think I would say easily most of the time I was trying to get the game to work on the Steam Deck, and I am recording directly on my Steam Deck. Okay, one of the biggest thing is, I know if you have high-end PC, sure, great, everybody wants to see, not that everybody wants to see. Of course, visuals are much cooler on a high-end PC, but I take a different approach. I'm gonna take the approach where you have a potato PC or a Steam Deck, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna sugarcoat the performance. On the Steam Deck, there are a little bit of stuttering, which is not so great, right? It is a horrible experience, but luckily it's not the major part of the game. Sure, it is not as smooth as a properly built PC, I would say, okay? But hey, you know what? Steam Deck is cheap. and the most important thing, how many people? No, I was about to say, how can you brag when I can take this on the go when you are stuck with your beefy PC? That's it. All right, that's all I want to say. Okay, it is any game that I can play on the Steam Deck. I'm gonna put it straight up. It is a plus point for me, straight up. It is definitely the best thing ever. I know there are some games that I like and it is unable to play on the Steam Deck or unsupported, which is sad. Right, very, very sad. Okay, without further ado, this is a no scripted, no edit test. And of course, my impression on Dune Awakening. And oh boy, I love it. I think I would... No, before I pass judgment, of course there are a few things I don't really like, and I'm going to show it to you. One of the things is their controls for the joystick is, I won't say clunky, maybe I'm not used to it, but it is a little bit weird compared to other survival games I play out there. Maybe because I played way too many Subnautica and Ark Survival, so yeah. The good part about the game is it takes the best. Okay, this is not really a sugarcoat, but it really takes the best part of what you can experience from Conan Exiles, and they put it into Dune Awakening, and that is the purpose of exploration. The early days of Conan Exile, there wasn't really I would say, a purpose to explore. But for the later days, especially when they release their DLC, Island of Sipta. Okay, I don't know how you pronounce correctly, but they introduce dungeons and smaller stuff, and of course a little bit on story for your progression when you're leveling up, and you get to see it in its full glory in Dune Awakening. In fact, they actually make it way better. I enjoy leveling up in Dune Awakening. Alright, so with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. Okay, so let me get some stuff up and running, make sure everything is nice and great. Okay, max, yeah, craft everything, make sure stuff is crafted. Okay, so what do I have right now? I'm gonna, oh, wrong one. So I'm gonna show you the journey. All right, so this is the best part. This is what they brought in from Conan Exile, and they improve it a lot, whereby they give you a, I won't say a story per se, but obviously Dune Awakening or Dune in general is a story-driven. No, it's a story. It's a lore-heavy story, Dune. Okay, and of course, if you're gonna make a game about Dune, you definitely need to make. You need to bring in some of the story. Now, the story is not, I wouldn't say impressive. Sadly, it's not. I wouldn't say it's okay. When I say not impressive, I expect it to be like the movies, right? The old and the new movies, right? The old has its charm, the new movies has its charm as well. And we don't really get too much here, but maybe because that's the beta, so I'm gonna withhold the content in terms of story. But when it comes to lore specific stuff and what do you call this, mechanic or game mechanic that tied to the lore, I think it's loosely based at the moment. There are some things, of course, they take creative approach, which is cool, and that's nice. And of course, let's start off with this. All right, so you are, yeah, the one thing I don't really like the control is there's too many keys. There's too many buttons. All right, so this is where Haga Basin is the initial, I would say, this is gonna be the PvE. Okay, because right now it's beta, so I'm not gonna say too much, but if this is exactly what I'm gonna get or just a little bit more in the final game, this is too easy. This is basically the early stage for the game, right? Yeah, for people who just dive into Dune Awakening, get their toes wet, get their feet wet. Yeah, I think this is just nice, but it's a little bit too easy for me. So that's number one. Okay, before we do anything, I want to. Is it Sandstorm? No, no Sandstorm. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drive. Right? We're gonna go to our next quest, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the, what do you call this? The world. So the world, it's great, it's nice, it's fun. However, it is Dune. You're gonna see lots of rocks and sand, and you can't do anything else. I know some people want to have a little bit more biome on it, but in my true opinion, I think that's just nice. Obviously, the full game will have a little bit more, that's for sure. And I do hope there's more. Okay, let me get to where I need to go. Where is my marker? So because my next... Alright, drive to the north out of familiar scrap. Research advanced construction kit. Alright, so basically I need to get to the gap there first before I can do anything. So the gap should be somewhere here, right? Western, and then, yep. So that's a big chunk of map over here, which is nice, right? So actually you're getting a lot of stuff from the free beta weekend. And like I said, 6 hours in, I won't say barely scratch the surface. I scratch enough to get myself a sand bike, and that's the reason why I can now do the video. Without the sand bike, it's, I won't say clunky, but it's just no fun. Yeah, okay. Whee! So one thing I don't really like is probably some of the small, I think it's just nitpicking. You know, I'm gonna shut up about that. It's just me nitpicking some of the controls, because it's horrible. So one thing I like is the mining, right, or resource gathering. It's no longer just button click. You actually have to follow a, I would say, if you look at this, I need to follow this blue line, and if I follow the blue line, I get the maximum yield. If I don't go for the blue line, I still get yield, but it's just not so great. So I'm gonna show you with this. So this is nice, right? Small little thing that makes a big difference. Okay, so if I go this, I should get max yield. But if I don't, you can see my yield is super slow, and it's only 10. So if I go to another rock, oh, I broke my stuff. No, I broke it. Oh no, oh no. Truth to be told, I haven't repaired any items, so I really don't know how to repair. Okay, inventory, yeah. Drop, unequip. Repair station, research repair station, and research menu. Oh no, I need to I can't. Okay, so that is a little bit unfortunate because I can't repair straight up from my inventory. Boo! But what I can do is I can craft a new one. Let's craft it straight away. Construction 2. There we go. And it makes no sense though. I can craft, but I can't repair. Yeah, some of the decision I really question a little bit. Like, why? Okay, I've crafted it. Where the hell is it? Hello? Oh no, screen is so small. There we go. Yeah, I'm staring it on the Steam Deck, and it's it is something. Okay, so there we go. Now, if I go to the rock, if I go through the line, it should give me max yield. Close to max yield, and it's fast. There we go, 40. 40 versus 10, and of course it's much faster, so that's awesome. Now let me go back to my bike before someone stole it. Okay. So combat in this game is also interesting. I am okay-ish. So let's get into combat before we do anything. So I'm gonna do a melee combat for fun. Alright, because we are nearby a base. You know what? I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna do range. Range is a little bit, I would say it really needs to get used to it. Come on, there we go. Hit shot. Done. I won't say it's clunky, but it is slightly clunky for me. Definitely much slower. So if you're coming from the Call of Duty part, yeah, it's gonna be super slow. Okay, it doesn't have a lock-on like Assassin's Creed, so you got to really position. And I can pull. Alright, I can block. Alright, block. I'm gonna parry. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit clunky because it's a little bit slow. Alright, block. And come on. There we go. And slow blade. Slow blade. Oh, dang it. Okay, so dodging. Now I'm in a little pickle. That's not fun. There we go. Slice. Done. Easy. Well, I would say easy for now, but I'm sure they should ramp up the difficulty just a little bit. Alright, endgame will be a whole different breed, so that's that. Alright, so grab stuff. Alright, so that's done. Now to heal up a little bit. So healing, this is very Conan Exiles animation, right? I'm so used to it already. But that's fine. Okay. Okay, next. Let's go. Let's find some sand. No. We're gonna go to the next, what do you call this? Next area. And so far I like it. Yeah, I really like it. There are a few small little things maybe, right? But because again, I will not pass judgment, but looking at certain things, like you can see most of the visuals, once you bask enough on the visual, yeah, you probably get bored of it. That's one foreseeable thing in the future. Like maybe people will get bored of the desert, but then again, it's Dune, so yeah. Next is, okay, so content right now, it's patches. Not say patches. The content, it's like patch to patch. How do I put it? Patch to patch. So everything it's like a patch. Like look at this patch, and then desert, there's nothing, and then patch on a mesa. Again, same thing here as well. Patch. Now I do hope we get some event, or no, actually event. For example, harvester, you protect, destroy harvester literally in the middle of the desert, so you have to actually dodge the worm. yeah, so far there's no event that is out in the desert that you can take advantage, not say take advantage, that you can experience, right? So now here comes the most important thing. I am gonna go into the desert and we're gonna see, oh, worm, right? Worm is over there. Let's go to the next closest. There we go, worm. The problem is the worm is in front of me. If it's at the back, I probably could have escaped, but let's see. This is the first time. This is the first time I let the worm chase me. And we are out in the open. Alright, so we are at the gap. Okay. Oh, no. No! Failed. Failed. Well, partially I kind of knew it. The gap is too much, unfortunately. So, yeah, this is my character. So you are dead-ish. Okay. So when you are in the spice, ooh, this is new. This is new. I'm gonna shut up a little bit. Let's see if they get anything.
You have been called by him, by Shai Halud, yet you live. Shai Halud has taken your soul and found in it no nourishment. Plain words, then. Pay attention. A fool with a great destiny who is destroyed by God is just a fool. Yes, except this once. Shai Halud is troubled by your hollows. I offer you this gift. Once and once only. Will you take this gift? A choice once made cannot be undone. Shai Halud will not allow such mercy.
Okay, there we go. So looks like they have a, I would say easy mode, not say easy mode, the introductory to Sandworm death, which is cool. That's actually a very, very nice touch, alright? So you can choose if you want to have, to get the benefits or not. Normally I say you should not need the help. You know what? I just go with the flow. Go with the flow, because I got a few things that I want to keep and then I'll store it before I, you know, move out again. And that's that. Yeah, the introductory, okay, so I don't think I've completed act 1, right? For starters, I don't think act 1 is done, so that's huge. Yeah, 6 hours. Unfortunately, as much as I expected, it says 20 hours worth of gameplay. It's actually probably in the lines of 15 or half, right? 10 to 15, because half of the time I actually spend time grinding for the items rather than getting the doing the quest and whatnot. Okay, so I have a few respawn. I want to home base. Yeah, home base. And there we go. Let's see. Okay, so we are done with the key part. Don't worry, I will share my settings for my Steam Deck. Currently it's, you can see it towards the Sandworm death, the FPS kind of drop a lot, so yeah, it's not that great, but it's still playable. It's definitely playable. Alright, so I've showed you the combat. Base building, oh yeah, base building, yes. I'm totally naked? No! Technically I lost everything. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, I need to grind back some of my gears in order to you know. Oh wait, hold on a sec. I lost all my gears. I literally lost all my gears. So before you get consumed by the sandworm, this is one thing I would put out, right? Pro tip for Dune Awakening. It is the same tip that I would say in EVE Online. Make sure you have a spare set before you head out. That's it. Yeah. Uh, don't use. Okay, so EVE Online was along the lines like don't fly what you can't lose, right? In terms of ship, but for my case is because it's no, because you don't lose ship. Yeah, basically just have a set, right? If you have a bike, make sure you have a spare bike. If you have a set of whatever armor, make sure you have a set of whatever armor. So, yep. Okay. Let's see the map. That means I need to regrind to get. Okay, so here. Scoot, 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 scoot. Oh wow, the journey is interesting though. Yeah, the gap here is way too much. We're gonna go to the Griffin trading post as well. That's for sure. But yeah, this path is crazy. Okay, so now before we do anything, I need to get. Oh, luckily I have a spare set of something that I don't usually wear. Temporary, I can use this. Okay, grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you, and wow, I really lost a lot of stuff. Well, not say a big deal, but yep. I just realized I lost a lot of stuff. My oh wow. Okay, you know what? While I regrind, I will need to do a few things. One of the key things is actually go through the classes. Yeah, if not, this video is gonna be way too long. Okay, you know what? Let's do that. I'm not gonna grind. I wanted to grind a little bit while explaining. Okay, so looks like don't have time for that. So let's go straight. Yeah, so for some reason I always go to pause rather than the inventory screen for some reason. Alright, so crafting is nice, it's great, it's simple, straightforward, so that's good. You also can learn, what do you call this? A special, where is the special? Not here? Oh, okay, no. I don't think you can craft special item yet, but as in without fabricator, but for fabricator, I have two special item. So I have is this epic? Yeah, I couldn't tell if it says unique, right? So I have unique, the Emperor's Wings, Mark 1, right? Hadra. Ugh, I do not pronounce this, so that's another thing. So that's cool. And why? Okay, so we're gonna take. So we have crafting, research. So research, don't forget you have multiple tabs, and yeah. So by default, you get your initial journey tab. So this is where you can get all your basic stuff, and then of course you can unlock a lot more stuff. This is also refined from Conan Exiles. All right, so that's great. Next up, we have skills. So skills, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 trees. And with that, I think we should, after this, all right, after this, I'm gonna just play the introduction and then we're gonna call it a day. So we have Trooper. So Trooper, we have Gunnery, Suspenser, Training, Tactical Tag. I know there's a lot of stuff, but for Trooper, it's mainly pew pew. All right, simple as that. Next up, we have the Mentat. So Mentat is interesting because Mentat, you get shields, you get poison stuff, alright? So Assassin. It's weird though, because Mentat Assassins? I'm not so sure about that. Then of course you got shield overcharge. Okay, so this is Sentinel. So it's interesting though. They have one main tree. This is mainly your perks, class specific perks, and then this is your specialization. If you play MMO enough, this is a specialization. So you have assassination tree and then you have technician tree. Of course, it's a little bit simpler, so you can have both, right? But you can choose to focus one over the other in the beginning. So same goes with Trooper. You get a lot of pew pew skills over here. Suspenser, this is where you get your grenade, not say grenade and stuff, but your, I would say non-combat grenades, and then you get combat grenades. Here you go. Yeah, anti-gravity field, explosive grenade. Next up, we have planetologist. Now, planetologist is something interesting because it is not a, I wouldn't say it is non-combative skills in general, because you can look at it. So scientists, mining, deep analysis, so there's a lot of mining stuff over here. Explorer, this is where you get all your survey stuff, right? Suspenser pad, this is for you to launch. And then you got mechanic, this is where you do your vehicle stuff, or you want to boost up your vehicle stuff, repair and whatnot. So that's nice. Next up, we have Bene Gesserit, and this is interesting. Now it's shift, so body control, or rather your skills, is on the right hand side, and your left hand side is your path, what do they call it? Specialization, your spec. So you got weirding way, right? And you got the voice, which is cool, right? So obviously Bene Gesserit is definitely more on the mage side if you play MMORPG. And of course, Trooper would be your typical warrior, and yeah, warrior and stuff. And last but, oh no, Trooper will be your hunter, archer, and then of course you got your sword master, where is your close combat stuff, and that's cool. The blade and then the wheel. So what's the difference between? I didn't read too much, right? Blade damage. Okay, so all these are blade stuff. Deflection. So, defensive stuff. Seems like it though. So that's it. And I think at the end of the day, you should be able to learn all of them. I'd forgotten about this on their devlog. If you can learn all of them. If you can, then personally, I say you should not be able to learn all of them. Okay. Depending on how big the game is, personally, I'd say you should not be able to learn. But still, you want to learn all of them, but you cannot equip all of them. That's the reason why they have a respect skill tree down here. You know what? I'll take it back. You should be able to learn all of them. You can learn all of them, but you cannot have all the skills up if you want to go to the last part. Like if you want to be the master of a specific what you call class, then no, you cannot master all of them. You only can master like 1, 2. No, I would say 2. Pick 2. Pick 2 sounds good, because I think 2 is just nice. Maybe 3, but never more than half. Okay, next up, journey. So if you got lost and you do not know what to do, this is a good page for you to track and look at the art style. Art style is cool. Obviously, they are taking more inspiration on the new Dune as compared to on the older Dune. But at the same time, it is not exactly just the new Dune, which is cool, right? Next up, customization. Okay, cool. So that you have definitely transmog down the line to stand out, right? This tried and true simple, not say simple, standard MMO, or rather standard modern MMO cosmetic feature, and that's where they're gonna sell you all the cosmetic packs. Yep. All right, so that's that, and I think that's about it. Okay, so let's see. One-man ground car, buggy, scout ornithopter, assault carry. Ooh, sandcrawler. Ooh, this is cool, but we get very little vehicles. Okay, you know what? No, I think that is mainly for guild and story based, right? Carry all and the harvester, because those two things is a must-have in the game. Either you protect it, or you interact with it. Yeah, you must have it. Yeah, you don't need to own it, but you must have it. That is one of the key things. And one of my stupid idea in my head, like, can I own a harvester and a carry-all, and then I'm gonna build my base mobile? Of course, if I have this idea, I'm sure lots of people will have this idea as well. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. Hopefully we get to see them. Okay, So with that, that's the end of the video. Before I end, overall, I think this is a very, very nice game. And for those who are new to the survival genre, I think Dune it strikes a, for now, right, a middle ground between, at least it has a story, a decent story, and a survival game. Is it a survival MMO? You know what? I'm gonna say I'm gonna say no for only one reason. All right. So the no part is that if and when you get private servers, this would stand out from the MMO genre. Yeah, this is more gonna be like live service rather than MMO. So with that, that's that. I'm gonna put one. I'm gonna just get one new character in because we're gonna end with this. What do you call this? The introduction of the game. So, one, again, if you are new to the MMO genre, not MMO, to the survival genre, Dune Awakening, I think is a good pickup for sure. Definitely a good pickup because they get all the beats of a single player game, but in a live service platform. Yep. And then if you're a Dune, reader, fan and whatnot, definitely give it a try. The price tag is 65 Canadian dollars, so it's definitely cheaper than a full price game. Now the only thing I would say is it might, and I would say it will not be 100%. Okay, no, not 100%. Definitely not 100%. That it is one-to-one with the story. Not say with the story. They already said it's not gonna follow Paul Atreides. This basically, what if Paul Atreides does not exist, does not become Muad'Dib and Lisan al-Gaib and stuff. Okay, so in terms of that, yeah, story-wise, it's definitely a what-if story, and that's cool. But we want to see. Actually, I would love to see if we get like prominent NPCs and whatnot. Oh, and I forgot to. I'm just gonna let this player out first.
Show yourself, child.
Okay, so before I go to character customization, because in Dune, obviously you're known. There's two main houses that you know: House Atreides and House Harkonnen. Now I want to see House Carino, basically the Emperor's house in the game, at least in some form of prominent NPCs or whatnot. Right, so that's one. Sardaukar faction, it's a must-have, easy, right? If you're gonna have Freeman, you need Sardaukars straight away. I want to see these two. I want to see more in the main game because right now I think I have not seen any of them yet. 0 of the houses has appeared in 6 hours, and that's some arguably can say that there's Freeman in the beginning, like 1 or 2 characters that you interact with, but doesn't feel like it. Okay, but still, that's the main these are the few main houses for Dune. However, there are a few more smaller houses that you do not know of, and for those who do not usually even though you just watched Dune the movie not say recently, the new movie, there's so many guilds inside there, and that's cool. Right, that is very, very cool. So yeah, I would definitely buy this game for sure. It's a must. I won't say it's a must buy, but it is a solid buy for me. Before I go through this whole thing, I would say for the beta test, it is a solid 6. Easy solid 6. Now, why it is not 8? Is it low? It's not really that low, right? It's a solid 6 because I haven't seen the other content yet. One of the things that I minus 1 point is because it takes quite a little bit long-winded for the grind, but definitely it's, I know what, yeah, 6, 7. Yeah, solid 6, soft 7 for the beta right now. And can it be 8? Yeah, I need to see the story. The story, if the story is nice and intriguing, right? It really, because I feel the grind just a little bit. Okay, you know what? I'll revise. Solid 7. Solid 7, soft 8. Until I see the story, then I can. I don't think it's gonna be a. Is it be a 10? For some people, it's gonna be a 10. I think 6. Yeah, 6, 7. I'm hovering on the 6, 7 part. Would I continue to play this game long term? Now that's the question, because Conan Exiles kind of fall off a little bit, and I hopefully Dune Awakening does not. Yeah, so I'm gonna put a pin on that, right? For the beta right now, it definitely, it's like a 6, 7 for. Okay, I won't go too much on the character customization because character customization is so. Can be better. Alright, but what I want to show you is the next part. So we're just gonna pick a character. I'm just gonna pick female this round. Yeah. Let's pick this guy. Okay. Oh no, I need type. Just to show it. Okay. Pick. Ta-da! Alright, just to show you if I'm on a Steam Deck. Hello? No. How did I trigger my... Oh my goodness, I forgot. I've forgotten how to trigger my... No, select. Yeah, finish character. And then... Where is the keyboard? Oh my goodness, I don't want to take too much time on this. No, and no. No, and I didn't plug in my keyboard for this. Oh my goodness. Yeah. The usual stuff does not work. Wow. I have no idea. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna... No. Not cool. Looks like I have to edit. That's not cool. Okay, there you go. There you go. Alright. Keyboard doesn't work. No wonder it didn't work. No wonder. Okay, finally. Alright, let's enter game. Skip opening tutorial. No. Lock recommended. Yes. Oh wait. Accept. Yeah. Let's go. So the one that I want to show you is
told you what I am?
here. Okay, yeah.
Then where were you born?
So you have Giddy Prime, Jasu, Caladan, Kaitane, and Ix. So if you know Ix is it's a, what do you call this? It's a technological species that will do cloning and whatnot. Alright, Giddy Prime.
A toxic place, and the Harkonnens prefer it that way. Profit above all.
Right,
the Order of Imperium is rooted in the Farfraluches. A place for every man
it's the same. I thought we were gonna have different. So you have the lower class the nobility or upper class, and then you have citizen, so the normal people. Harkonnen, I'm gonna
Did
be
you give
somewhere on
bad
top.
advice or make a bad deal? To be close to power is to walk the knife's edge. You had
Alright,
a
so next up
mentor
we have
in your
Swordmaster,
youth,
then
trained by
Jezeran,
one
and
of the
had a
schools.
Trooper. Okay, so this one's straight
Who
up.
was
Alright,
your
so
mentor?
Swordmaster? No, I want to be a Mentat for Harkonnen.
You must have been very young. The mind must be prepared, or the training does not take.
Okay,
The
next.
test is almost
I think that's about it. Alright, spoken
Have
it
come
through.
here. Kneel. Put your hand in the box.
And this whole part, you probably, if you watch the movie, you know what's happening. If not, then that's that's that. All right. So that's the end of the video. Yeah. So that's that. And before we end, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. And of course, hope you. Unfortunately, is this video informative enough? Oh. No, before we do anything, we need to have the settings that I use on the Steam Deck. That's right, that's right. And we're gonna do a quick little skip over there. All right, so okay, so long-winded cutscene. Now for the settings, it's straightforward. VSync off, gamma, motion blur off, frame rate cap at 30. Unfortunately, I can't really push to 60 because it's really demanding. Yeah, 45 you probably can get away, but I think 30 is, for me, is just nice that I can handle. Quality preset custom. Normally I go straight to the lowest, but this is how it. This is currently at custom. Windowed, because currently I'm playing on desktop mode, and there we go. Got some scaling off 50, upscaling quality straight away to the lowest. I have, oh wow, I do have upscaling. Okay, what else? FSR 3, AMD FSR 3, ultra performance, shadows low. Basically everything is low or turned off. And that's about it. Yeah, that is my settings. Straight up, easy and simple. Gameplay, nothing much. User face, also nothing much. All right, I didn't really change. So graphic is straight up. And with that, you actually get, yeah, not say super smooth, but it is smooth enough in general. Okay, that's that. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button for more Dune Awakening. I'm definitely going to make more Dune Awakening videos. And until then, I will see you guys next time. Yup.